And good morning, Space Engineers. This is Mr. Kasarian.
And this is Tekrin.
And welcome to another episode of Space Engineers. So, what are we working on today? Well, Tekrin is off chasing down that antenna, which is, I believe, a military escort.
No, that was what it was. However, that one disappeared. This one's actually a private sale now that I'm getting to it.
Oh,
So
it's
that
not...
isn't going to be of any use. I actually have a decoy. Oh my! Private sales apparently have guns on them now. What?
Just
When did this become a thing?
When he decided that your life was too easy?
Well, I do not like them for that.
Alright, well he's...
Especially because the private sale is not aiming for the decoy.
Is your decoy turned on?
Let's make sure about that. Yes, it is.
Interesting.
Aiming directly for me. They have two? What is this nonsense?
Okay. So while Tekrin's getting killed by a civilian vessel, I am working on some enhancements to the mining ship. Enhancements. Yes. Basically what I'm doing is I, for right now, am just expanding this a little bit. We've been having some issues, let's say, with problems of refining speed. Basically, if you look at... Let me get to where I can actually look into the inventory of this thing. And excuse the noise of everything running.
Okay, so I did not die from the ship itself. I actually died from the lag. Apparently, I am having issues with trying to get around.
So maybe construction would be a better idea for today.
Yes.
So if you notice, I have a whole bunch of iron. Like 731,000 units of iron. And my refineries are a little bit not capable of handling that much stuff. So we're going to use a new block that Keen has given us, which is the arc furnace. Shiny. What does the arc furnace do? Well, it's basically a better refining system for iron.
Iron specifically.
Just iron. Nothing else. And I need to... Okay, good. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to remove this thing. This curved conveyor tube. And drop a whole bunch of stuff all over the ground, apparently. Because I keep forgetting my inventory is full. Because I turned inventory set to 10. So let's pick up that, and of course that just falls through the floor. And disappears entirely? Okay. So
That'll happen from time to time.
Yeah. So we're going to use one of these brand new T connector tubes, which is from a mod. It's not in the base game, so stop going, oh my gosh, where is that in my G menu? Yes, that's right, we're using more mods, because mods are always fun.
And I'm still actively attempting to get Cass to go into all of my mods, which I have now 87 of.
I have not had the time to go hunting that much through Steam Workshop, so...
Yeah, he's also refusing to just grab mine.
Yes. I would actually like to know what I'm installing.
Yeah,
and, of course, I'm short 2 motors.
2 motors over at your place?
Yeah, I'm actually going to need more than that. I need, like, 2, 10, whatever. I'm just flying over to grab them now.
Okay. You're gonna have, or I'll go ahead and set them up to be built because you actually don't have any right now.
Nope. No, well, we've been unable to. We haven't salvaged anything recently, so it's kind of.
Yes.
It's sad.
Well, they're generating now.
I got them.
Okay.
So, yes, the other thing we're going to be working on is further automating the Bertha. Basically, Keen was kind enough in the last update to give us some sensor blocks, which are awesome.
Especially once you realize exactly what they can do, which involves programming.
Right.
Very, very annoying programming, but you can do programming with it.
Yeah, it's irritating programming, but it's still programming. All right, so let's throw down these arc furnaces, shall we? So we'll put one there and one there. We'll go for 2. Yes, Space Engineers. Arc furnace is not available for a small ship. I understand that. Let's dump all that in there, and let's build these things. So they're basically very fast, very efficient refineries that are also very space efficient that only function for iron. All right, so those 2 are now running. Just heard those turn on. So they should be automatically pulling in all the iron they can. And as you can see, they are incredibly fast, at least when compared to normal production. They're producing about a full 1,000 every couple seconds. So that should take some of the load off of our refineries and allow them to process other stuff, which I am very, very thankful for. The other thing I'm going to start doing now, before we actually get to working on the sensors, is looking at, improving how items are pulled out of this thing. Okay. The system we have now works. You know, it's functional, I guess. It's just not as efficient as I'd like, and we're gonna have to. I'm just going to do some weird things in here, but I think that's the best way of doing it. Where is this? This is in there. Can I build straight down from here, then? I think I can. Yes, okay. So let's do this. Let us... Ooh, that's going to be a challenge. How to do this without disconnecting everything from itself. This is the problem when you're working with these conveyor tubes, is that they can be kind of a pain in the rear end sometimes to work with. Well, okay. So
Sometimes?
most of the time, because they don't connect on their sides.
Yes.
And I really wish they did.
Well, see, there is a mod called the 6-way connector.
Yes, no, I know. I'm aware. I need to probably get that. Because right now it's only connected by that conveyor. So I wish there was a way in this game you could pin objects. I mean, I could convert this whole thing to a station, but that would be kind of...
Yeah, that would be That would be annoying, but it would probably be the easiest method for you.
The easiest thing to do now is just to rip this thing out entirely. Of course, the drill head starts moving. Oh, for heaven's sakes. There's enough mass with those super drills on them that it just, everything starts moving.
Yeah. Well, they are super drills, so.
What the hell happened here? I'm not even certain why this stuff broke.
Well, I certainly wouldn't be of any assistance in that aspect, because I break things, I don't fix them.
And that I'm well aware of.
I just toss it off to you to get fixed.
Yeah, pretty much.
Unless it involves my game. In the case of my game, I spend all of my time fixing my partner's mistakes.
And how does that feel?
Not very fun. That's why I leave it to you on your world.
Okay. So, let's see. What are we going to do? All right. Well, let's get ourselves a conveyor block. There really needs to be a search feature for this thing.
Search feature for... Oh, yes. That was what I was complaining about earlier while we were setting up the recording. Basically, what we were really hoping for, or rather what I was really hoping for during the last update was actually a graphics user interface update, but we did not get that.
No, we didn't.
Instead, we got sensors, which sensors are great and all, but with all the mods that I currently have installed, I can only access about 7 of them in its entirety right now because of all of the issues with the menu. So that's not all that fun.
Nope.
Because in this game, unlike others, basically, if you have everything set up, then just because you have everything set up doesn't mean that you will actually be able to see all of the mods.
Right.
Or rather, all of the blocks from all the mods. Because in the G menu, it actually overwrites things.
Yes. Yes, it does. And unfortunately, we don't have... I don't think Infinite G menu is actually working anymore.
It is not. I actually was just attempting to use that, and it's completely made it so that I just could not do anything.
Right.
Like I couldn't equip any of my stuff.
Yep.
I mean, I could see all the mod blocks, but I couldn't actually equip my welder or anything.
Right. Okay, so that goes there. Then I have to put... That would have to go down here, right?
By the way, I captured a ship,
Nice.
so I'm currently deconstructing it. It just so happened to be a military mine layer, and when I blew up its warheads, it kind of disconnected the nuclear reactors.
Nice.
So all the guns got turned off.
Alright, so we'll do a T conveyor tube. Have it rotate up like this. And then we'll put a collector like that. So we need some more displays. Those should be in the welding ship, wherever I put it. So what we're doing, and you guys may have seen this in a previous... you probably saw this sort of a setup in my tutorial on the drill, which is a... Well, I've basically heard it referred to as a couple different things, including basically a diode. It's a one-way auto pass for items. That connector is set to pull all items and drop them. All right. And what that does for us is it will automatically empty the resource storage in the drill head without us having to worry about, items being pulled out of the drill head and into the refinery units, which is one of those Space Engineers things that drives me absolutely bonkers. How there's no way to kind of finally control.
Yes.
Okay, so let's just chunk. Perfect. Perfect. All right, and then if I come over here, finally, yeah, like that. Okay, so that's done there. And then if we're down here, we can just, let's see. Let me see.
And of course.
Hmm?
Oh, I ran out of power while I was disconnecting everything in the military mine layer, and there's no beacon over here.
Nope. Good luck. Basically, good luck.
I believe that I know how to get to it, but it will not be fun.
So while he's doing that, I just want to add these, like a window in there, just for the sake of. Ooh. I don't have any girders. Okay. There we go. Just for the sake of being able to actually see when things are unloading. And, yes, that should be good for us. At least so we know when it's still in the process of dropping items off. Although, this being space engineers, it can be a little bit hard to see the items when they're actually dropping. I keep forgetting I actually have power on this thing. Or gravity, rather. And I'm missing one bulletproof glass. Really, one. One. Just one. Seems to be my issue in life. I'm always missing one of whatever I need. And I don't have any on me. I'm missing one, and I don't have any other on me. I'm guessing none of these have extra bulletproof glass in them, do they? It does not appear that they do, in fact. Great. What about you? Ah, you do. So we'll temporarily break that. We will finish this thing. There we go. Except you are backwards. Of course you are. There we go. And then we'll just cover this over. Like so, and like so. And I need to hop into a ship to recharge. Found it yet?
Nope, because I'm using, or literally all I'm doing in order to try and find this is using the numbers from the Thunderhawk and the Big Bertha.
Oh gosh.
Yes, basically I'm trying to triangulate my position
Was it holding still?
when I died. Yes.
Okay. Small
However,
blessings.
I'm not perfect at doing that.
Well, it's kind of hard to, and you have a very limited window in which to actually work.
Yes.
Alright, there's that. So now, let us take a look at this. All right. Let's talk to you. Control panel. Motors. On. Oh. Control panel. Motors. Off.
It doesn't help that the Thunderhawk itself was actually moving. That could be my issue.
Yes, it could. Which would probably throw off your numbers to a fairly well, actually.
Yeah.
Okay, so now we need to go like this. Let's get some...
Yep, I'm going to die in here.
Power loss.
No. Lagginess from multiplayer.
Oh. Supposedly they fixed it.
Supposedly, but it's certainly not in this update.
Oh, Space Engineers multiplayer. How we love you and hate you at the same time.
Yes, because the desyncs are quite entertaining at times, but then when you're actually trying to do something, they are not. Not at all.
Oh, yeah.
Like right now, I am trying to, grind down the Thunderhawk.
Yep.
It's not working completely.
Alright, and then we need a connector. Perfect. We'll put in as much of this as we can.
Okay, the Thunderhawk is basically just dead in the water anyway, so...
All it's missing is a cockpit.
Oh no! It was missing all of its gyros as well.
8, 1, 2...
And about half of the other things that were included in it. I'm not entirely sure what happened.
I fired the missiles.
Oh, well, firing the missiles may have had other consequences.
I'm not certain how.
Well, see, if it blew up the cockpit, then it's highly likely that it blew up other things as well.
Ah, true.
And, the entire middle of the ship was just gone.
Yeah, sounds about right. Remember me the other episode saying how it was a badly designed ship?
Yes.
Yes, well. Ooh, commercial freighter.
Yep.
Too bad we have nothing to go after it with.
Indeed.
You're like, yep.
I mean, unless you just want me to bring the Titan out to it. Because that's really the only other ship that we have that would even be anywhere near available.
The Titan is not armored for that.
Yes, I understand as much.
The ship I'm building is armored for it, but it's not done yet.
It's also a mining ship. Although it would be quite easy to convert it over to a grinding ship.
Yes. No, I meant... excuse me. I meant the warship I'm working on.
Oh.
Yes. Where the heck did I put my welding ship? That's the grinder, right? Yeah. Ah, there she is. Oh. Oops.
What?
She was getting pushed along by the back of the berth is drill.
Oh my.
I'm like, oh. Actually, she did a pretty good job holding it in place, too, but... I think the way Space Engineers calculates the required torque needed to stop an object is a little weird.
Yeah, I believe so, simply because of I was trying to stop the Thunderhawk from spinning. It wasn't working.
Yeah, and I think the way that it does its wheel calculations is a little
faulty as well.
Yeah, because it's so when a wheel applies torque, braking torque, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's cumulative. Right?
Yes.
Well, Space Engineers, from what I can tell, seems to think that it's all or nothing. So even though it's applying friction, it doesn't slow it. It only stops it if it applies enough to stop it completely. Rather than causing a bleed off the kinetic energy.
That would be quite a difference that could happen.
Which I think is why I've been having issues with getting Bertha to stop.
It would be understandable.
Yeah. But anyway, so let's get this done. Just so I can demo this to you guys before we end this episode. Because this episode's gone on a little long, I think.
Possibly.
Indeed. So let me drop down here.
I do quite enjoy how nearly everything in your base is connected.
Yeah, it comes from playing Minecraft.
Yes. My friend, who I generally play with, kind of forgets to actually connect everything. Or at least that's what he says he does. I just don't think that he thinks of it. And then he complains, why can't I access this?
I don't know, buddy.
Yeah. So I spend a fair amount of my time just fixing all of his ships so that, all of his items can actually go into it.
Yeah. No, see, Minecraft player. So for me, it's like, it's not connected. You're doing it wrong.
Yes. And that's about the same way that I look at it. It's just like, no, this is wrong. Why are you doing this?
Now, I really wish it had more of like a logistics pipes functionality to it.
Where you could filter items through?
Where you could A, filter items, and you could B, say, give me everything I need for this block. Produce it only if you have to.
Yeah, that would be a lot better. Because right now you actually have to, go through and just be like, either you can produce it all, or you can look through your inventory and try and find everything to grab.
Right.
That's not quite as fun.
Or start doing maths.
Yeah, that's what I generally do when I actually am looking to build something, and it's fairly annoying, too.
Yeah, it is, because it's a lot of maths.
Yes. It's a lot more maths than I signed on for.
Though, kind of like playing early Minecraft.
Yes, very much so. Having to count out how many items you want in order to actually do something instead of just being like, oh, hey, I have this ender chest. I can access everything from anywhere.
Right.
Although that does kind of annoy me. I actually, on my latest play on Minecraft, which is using a new mod pack, I actually have not used any ender products.
Really?
Like no ender chests, no... Or I use teleportation from Ender.io, but that's about it. I don't actually use any item teleportation.
I don't understand why this block is getting damaged.
I'm not sure.
I don't... For the viewers, if you guys understand how this block is actually getting damaged, please let me know. Because it makes no sense to me.
Because we have no clue. Indeed.
The laws of mechanics, do not say that this block should be getting damaged.
Yeah, pretty much.
Huh. Interesting. Alright, so, hopefully the auto dropper is working now. We can check downstairs in the basement to see if it is. The basement, well, it's not a basement, it's the main processing hall.
Oh, by the way,
Hmm?
I just found that in one of my old ships, I have approximately 200 units of uranium.
Awesome. So guys, now you can see the functioning of this thing. If we check the inventories, we should be able to see. The refineries are running. The refinery is running. And I don't know why that thing's banging around like that. The arc furnaces successfully ran. So, if we look at our... You can see the auto dropper is happily auto-dropping everything out of itself. And is emptying out that large cargo container. Which I think is a fairly awesome result. Let's define the large cargo container is actually part of this ship. There we go. So we have, let's call it a lot of materials now. Just a lot of materials. That's the best way of saying it. More materials than we will honestly need for a very long time. No, that's completely untrue.
Yeah, especially when my builds generally wipe out my supplies on my world, which generally include about 1.5 million steel plates.
Gosh.
I do a lot of grabbing from, or rather, grabbing ships and actually surviving from them on my world. Do you have something set up differently on here to make it so that they are more difficult?
No.
And I'm not sure what's going on. I have a much easier time collecting them on mine.
Interesting. See, it's like this. There's no reason for this block to be damaged. There's nothing here to damage it. Unless the collision meshes on the new connectors are really weird. Anyways, guys, we're going to figure that out off camera. But thank you very much for watching. This has been Mr. Kazarian.
And this has been TechGrim.
And we'll see you guys in the next episode. Happy flying, guys.